innings pitched. Let's check out the Nissan Pitcher Scouting Report, Paul.
You're talking back-to-back 2 really nice games on the road. A career-high 9 strikeouts last time out in Seattle. And he used more curveballs. He went from 5% to 14. 0 for 5 against that. So let's see if that continues. And claiming a spot, coming into the year, kind of a bad start, good start. Well, the last couple have been really good. Looks like he's here to stay.
All right, so the beginning of a 3-game set. The Yankees against the Texas Rangers. Yankees a season high tying 8 games over 500. Rangers are 25-23. The Yankees are 27-19. Yankees sit in first place in the American League East. Smith is ready. Warren is ready. Let's do it here in the Bronx. First pitch is a strike. We're underway. Carlos Torres, the home plate umpire. Alfonso Marquez at first. Lance Barrett at second. And Brock Ballou is the third base ump.
Brock Ballou?
Love it.
From the Jungle Book, isn't it?
I think so. The 0-1. 1-1. Smith playing shortstop, missed 9 games. Corey Seager, their starting shortstop, has missed 9 games with a right hamstring strain. Earlier in the season, same injury, 10 games he missed. 1-2.
Yeah, Josh Smith, he is a super utility guy. He played 149 games last year as a utility guy and won the Silver Slug as a utility player. But they started giving that award in 2022. He was a former Yankee guy in the minor leagues.
Now let's check out the Yankee defense, brought to you by your Tri-State Chevy dealers, Bellinger, Grisham, and Judge. Left to right in the outfield, infield, Peraza, Volpe, LeMahieu, and Goldschmidt. That's third to first. Wells behind the plate. Ben Rice will DH. Will Warren is on the mound. Josh Smith, one of the players the Yankees sent to Texas in the Joey Gallo deal. And another one that was part of that deal, Ezekiel Duran. He's still on the team as well. Bruce Bochy, veteran manager for the Rangers. Rangers are hot. They did split a 4-game series with the Astros, but they have won 7 of 9. And one of the games they lost, Jack Leiter had a no-hitter that he took into the 7th inning. But they ended up losing that game.
Rangers have really struggled on the road this year. They only have a 38% chance of winning. So, they're 8-13.
Swing and a miss. The ball gets away. And Smith is going to reach first base.
Well, bad break for Warren. He gets a strike and a swing strike and a miss, but a bad hop to Wells. Yeah, breaking ball. And a lot of times those breaking balls hit and they back up. They go the other way, which that did. And it was not able to keep it in front of him.
So here's Wyatt Langford.
Wyatt Langford, he sounds like he should be with the Rangers.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Or some rodeo show.
He just got finished playing the Astros. What, the silver boot thing or something over the weekend?
Had a solid rookie season last year, 253 average, 16 home runs, 3.9 WAR, and he finished 7th in the Rookie of the Year voting. One and two.
Yeah, he was a huge prospect, first-round pick, 4th overall in 2023. I think he played 44 games in the minor leagues before they rushed him to the major leagues, so he's still trying to get his feet under him.
The 1-2. Fly ball, Judge. One down. All right, Paul, it's time to work. The keys of the game brought to you by your local Kia dealers.
Yeah, Goldie and Judge, yeah, they play for the Yankees, but you know what? They're both crushing lefties. You got a lefty on the hill today. They are the top 2 in average and OPS in all of the major leagues. And early and late, talking about the starting pitching and the bullpen, both on good rolls for the Yankees. And Aaron and Brett, you saw the picture before, the family reunion, the new manager and the Rangers hitting coach joining Bruce Bochy's staff.
They had dinner last night, and Brett said he was surprised because Aaron actually picked up the tab. And then Aaron was asked today, do you have to watch what you tell your brother now because, you know, he's the opposition? And Aaron kind of grinned and said, I know how to talk to people.
You know, it's funny because, you know, you go through the formality of, you know, going out and meeting the umpires. And it was kind of cool. You saw Aaron and Brett at home plate. And then you see him shake hands. You ever shake hands with your brother?
I don't have a brother, but I have kissed my sister on the cheek.
Yeah, but you don't shake hands, right? Like I said, my brothers, you either hug them or you're fighting with them. There's no shaking hands.
Well, Brett has his work cut out for him, Paul. This offense is really struggling. That's why they had an opening at the position. And he had not been in baseball for a while. He was doing a podcast. And he got a call from Bruce Bochy, talked it over with his wife, called Bochy back a couple of minutes later, said, I'm in.
You look back at you know, some of the things he did in his career. He had a pretty well extended career, 14 seasons, 3-time All-Star. He had that magical season in 2001 with the Mariners, where he was third in the MVP voting with 37 home runs and 141 RBIs, but led the AL.
Well, let's check out the Mohegan Sun team scouting report on Texas.
Well, we kind of talked about it, Michael. They had great pitching, 4th best in runs allowed per game, 1st in starting pitching with an ERA-wise at 2.83. Their offense has just struggled. 5th fewest runs, only less than 3.5. Bottom 6 in average and OB percentage. I mean, and good D. 3 fewest errors with only 18.
Yeah, you dig deep in the offensive numbers, make you scratch your head. They score 3.46 runs per game. That's 26. Batting average 227, 26th in baseball. On base percentage 27th. Slugging 24th. They do hit some home runs, 50 home runs, tied for 14th in baseball. Runner goes. Strike 3. Throw to second. Strike him out, throw him out, double play. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Rangers nothing. Yankees coming to bat.
Applebee's All You Can Eat is back, featuring the chicken tenders you've always loved, plus double crunch shrimp and riblets, all served unlimited for just $15.99, only at Applebee's.
I am disciplined, physically and mentally tough, trained and proficient in my warrior tasks and drills. I am American soldier.
Rangers don't score in the top of the first. Now it's the Yankees' turn against the left-hander Patrick Corbin. This is Boone's lineup. Paul Goldschmidt leads off. Trent Grisham in center. Aaron Judge will hit third. Middle third of the order, the red-hot Cody Bellinger, Anthony Volpe, and Ben Rice. And
ball tapped at the plate. It'll trickle down the third baseline. The Mariners are going to let it roll, 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 roll. Lenny Randle gets down on his hands and knees and blows up.
Stars at a 2.3 ERA. And DJ's playlist, you mentioned it, Michael. His lifetime 379 was 6 home runs, which is the most against any pitcher he's ever faced.
There's Paul Goldschmidt, who has punished left-handers this year. He takes a strike. Ground ball to third. Young. One down. Check out the Rangers defense, brought to you by your Tri-State Chevy dealers. Langford, Haggerty, and Garcia left to right in the outfield. Young, Smith, Simeon, and Berger third to first. Jonah Heim, who you can run against now, has only caught 12% of base runners. He's behind the plate. Here's Trent Grisham. One and 0. Grisham 0 for his last 12. OPS still strong at 959. Now, if you look at the back of Patrick Corbin, he wears number 46. He grew up a Yankee fan. He grew up in Clay, New York, which is a suburb of Syracuse, and he wears 46 for Andy Pettit. But his favorite player was Tino Martinez. Popped up behind the plate. Heim gives it a look, runs out of room. Not a fan of yours, I heard, Paul. Not a fan of yours.
Hates me?
Yeah.
You and him got something in common?
No, I like you.
You like me when I'm sitting next to you.
I like you all the time. Yeah. I like watching you play. I don't like talking to you, but I like watching you play.
See, there's always that half glass full empty. You know that?
That's my life. No, but he was a big Tino fan, and the 46 is for Andy Pettit. 3-1. He's one of the biggest surprises of the season. There's not a lot more than 3 runs in all 7 of his starts, and he chalks it up to better command, getting ahead in pitchers' counts instead of hitters' counts. Let's check out what Carlos Torres is all about. He's the home plate umpire, so we need a scouting report on him. He is hitter-friendly, pinned, too. Most hitter-friendly in the majors. Fewer outside strikes, fewer low strikes. He's in his 11th major league season. Where was he when you played? Really?
Oh, I mean, he'd be my favorite right here. Huh?
Left field, Langford. Game time weather presented by Bigelow. The official hot tea of the Yankees at 65 degrees. Chance of rain, not a drop.
Not a drop.
Humidity, so enjoy it now because the forecast the next 2 days, not that great. Here's Aaron Judge. Pitch is high. Aaron 3 hits and 12 at bats in the series against the Mets. Still over 400 at 401. Yankees in their last 11 games are 8-3. High fly ball, left center. Langford there, puts it away, and the Yankees go down in order against Corbin. 1, 2, 3, and we'll go to the second.
I'm Jonathan Mayo, and for more than 20 years, I've traced the path of baseball's rising stars, navigating the back roads of the national pastime and basking in the glow of small-town America's spirit, where the team is woven into the fabric of everyday life, where it's more than just a game. It's a celebration of the people, the traditions, and the culture that give these places their soul. This is Grassroots.
Every game night is a chance to go big with MLB Big Inning.
Grand slam!
Join Matt Yeloff on baseball's only nightly show that brings you the biggest plays of the night, live and commercial-free.
Strikes him out.
No one stacks more clutch plays into one live show with up to 4 games on a single screen.
Out of here! He is on fire. It's a walk-off win.
Change up game night with baseball's biggest game changer, MLB Big Inning, presented by Ram Trucks. Every night, all season long on MLB.tv.
He sees it. All of it. And some might feel the pressure, but Soto doesn't crack.
Juan Soto's first City Field home run. We got our hands up in the air, 'cause it's a party. We having fun here, 'cause it's a party. Oh my, this guy is next level. Oh my goodness.
Lots of great baseball coming, and good guess, by the way.
Play baseball like I'm still a young kid, like a little teenager.
Good luck trying to hit that, man. It's unhittable.
Check out FanDuel's live same-game parlays. Aaron Judge going to hit a home run? How about Austin Wells getting a hit? And will Will Warren record 6 or more strikeouts?
Tough bets tonight, huh? I'll give you the Wells, huh?
I think I'd take the Wells.
Easily.
Here is Adolis Garcia. And a strike. Been a little bit of a slide. 7 for 41, 171, 222 overall. You know, you see some of these numbers, Paul, and these are kind of the same players that won a World Series 2 years ago, and they've kind of fallen off a cliff.
Yeah, I mean, you look back at 2023, you're talking about Garcia right here, 39 home runs, 107 RBIs, won the Gold Glove, was an all-star, and just struggling offensively so far.
Well, that's 2 strikeouts for Warren.
A good fastball right there, just kind of takes off.
Here's Marcus Semien. Another Ranger, like really laboring up there. He's 3 for his last 22, hitting just 174. And over his last 3 years, Paul, the numbers keep dropping.
Yeah, I mean, the top of his career, when you look back when he was a free agent with the Blue Jays, 45 home runs. And in 2021, he was 3rd in the MVP, you know, twice in his career. So this is a quality player, just off to a horrific start.
You know, I said it was 2 strikeouts for Warren. It's actually 3 because Smith struck out and then reached first on the wild pitch.
Well, he's halfway to his parlay.
There we go. Two and 1 on Semien. Semien was a big part of their championship, too.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he was one of the big, and Seager also brought them over to help this team win, and it had happened immediately.
Consistent player, plays all the time, but you see the drop. 276, 237, now 174, and the OPS has dropped precipitously as well. He's one of the better players in baseball. And you know, I know he's 34, but it shouldn't be that much of a drop. And that's what Brett Boone came into.
Well, you know what? You look at Brett Boone. I mean, the only way it can go is up, right? So, I mean, what a good time to take over the hitting coach. You still have plenty of time in the year. You've got a veteran manager that's not going to put a lot of pressure on you, that knows how long the season is in Bruce Bochy. So, you know, you turn this around, you're a hero.
Popped up behind the plate. Wells gives it a look, and it's out of play. You know, you want all aspects of the game to come together, and you know, Paul told you that the pitching has been extraordinary under Mike Maddox, the pitching coach. But they're not scoring runs. That's why they're just 2 games over 500. So you're wasting great pitching.
I'm going to tell you right now, when Mike Maddox goes to the mound tonight, he's going to rub the pitcher's shoulder. We've seen it. It happened.
Looped into right field, a base hit for Semien. Well, that should be, you know, part of the parlay. How many times he touches the shoulder.
That's an automatic right there. Little breaking ball. You see it's good spin, but not a lot of break. And Semien stays inside, kind of jams himself. See him pull his hands in and just kind of fight the ball off the other way, off the label.
Here's Jock Peterson. Jock Peterson, we don't want to hammer home the point, but that's the struggles with the Rangers. From April 2nd to April 22nd, he was 0 for 41.
Yeah, that's hard to overcome. I mean, that's the beginning of the year, and that is a huge hole to dig out of. You look at it, coming into the game 130. I mean, you can get hot for a month and still fight to get over 200.
And he was one of the big free agent signings for them. He signed a 2-year, $37 million deal with the Rangers in December. Came off a pretty good year with Arizona, 275, 23 home runs, but it's not there this year at this point.
Michael, I've been shopping way too much with my wife. When I notice that the hitter has like a Van Cleef and Arpels necklace on him, I've been shopping way too much, right?
1-2. Swing and a miss on the curve. Fourth strikeout for Warren.
Well, Warren's got the strikeout pitch here. A good curveball. And this is where you want it. Down on that back foot. Lefties love the ball down and in. Well, if they like it down and in, throw it way down and in. That's what Warren did.
Here's Jake Berger. Came over to Texas in a December trade from the Marlins for 3 minor leaguers. Hitting 190 for the first month. He was sent down to AAA for 10 days. He raked down there, and he's hitting 333 since he's come up 7 games ago.
And you look back at the Rangers, they've always been a team that didn't have pitching, but just would outslug people. And I don't know, there's something in the water down there this year because things have just not come together offensively.
Top of the second inning, 0-0, Yankees and Texas. One and two. Strike three. 3 strikeouts in the inning for Warren. 5 in 2 innings.
Are you coming home?
I'll be home in the morning.
I'm gonna go too.
At Delta, we get where you're coming from. After all, we're travelers, just like you.
That starting rotation, it doesn't get better than that.
Dominating night from Logan Gilbert.
Trying to be out there and take the ball as much as I can.
Swing and a miss against Luis Castillo.
It's wipeout stuff. He's a legit ace.
Talk about depth the Mariners really have.
What a masterpiece from George Kirby.
Just trying to go out there and give my team the best chance to win.
Julio Rodriguez is an absolute superstar out there in center field.
Go by zone Julio.
Once I go, I just want to have everything ready.
The guy's dangerous.
Julio! First, winning run at the plate, lined into right field. Jack Cuss, they're going to send him. No, they stop him. And Cuss falls down. And he's in a rundown. Aaron Boone.
There's nobody at home plate. And Jack Cuss lost his footing. Nobody was at home. Unbelievable.
I am an American soldier. I will always place the mission first. I will never accept defeat.
I am an American soldier.
Are you coming home?
I'll be home in the morning.
I'm gonna go to...
At Delta, we get where you're coming from. After all, we're travelers, just like you.
Under the brightest lights, on the biggest stage, this is the dream. But no one starts at the top. The road to the big leagues is built on the work no one sees before the moments everyone remembers. And before you make it here, you have to prove yourself out there. Strauss Workwear is proud to announce their partnership with Minor League Baseball, because on the road to greatness, every mile is earned. Strauss and Minor League Baseball. Gear up, go Yard.
Well, I tell you one thing, Michael, some of those games we called in early April, it was amazing to see 40,000 people sitting through it. But they did, and they have, and they will continue, because Yankee fans like to watch the Yankees when they're winning. You know, coming in, obviously there was a lot of, you know, play with Soto coming in here. But Friday night, there was some intensity in the stadium. That first day of the Subway Series.
Chopped up the middle, Simeon there in the dirt, but a backhand scoop by Berger. 2 down. Ben Rice. You know, Patrick Corbin signed a 6-year, $140 million deal with the Nationals. And the first year was great. Had a great year, got Cy Young votes, and they won the World Series. But after that, fell off a cliff. He led the majors in losses in 3 straight years from 21 to 23. His ERA blew up. And most people say, well, that's it. His career's over, but he signed with the Rangers, and they've tapped into something. High drive, right field. Garcia turns, looks, see ya. Into the second deck for Rice. Ben Rice with a solo shot. Yankees lead 1-0.
Well, Ben Rice into double figures, his 10th of the year. You know, the Yankee hitters, the Yankee lefties have really held their own against left-handed pitchers. And here's another example. Ben Rice, a DH tonight, lefty on lefty. Home run first at bat. It looked like a hanging breaking ball. Yeah, just up in the strike zone. But as a left-handed hitter, if you fight to keep their front shoulder in, that becomes a great pitch to hit.
Chop to Smith, and he gets LeMahieu for the final out. But the Yankees use the long ball. Ben Rice, lefty, hits one into the second deck. His 10th home run of the year. When it lands, Yankees have a 1-0 lead.
Since its inception, the Boys and Girls Clubs have been more than a fun place for kids to go after school. For some, it's been a second home, where they can learn, play, and grow. Thanks to the partnership between Major League Baseball and Boys and Girls Clubs, children of all backgrounds have access to safe spaces. All right, let's go take a selfie. MLB Together and the Boys and Girls Clubs of America, empowering children and building futures. Bring it in.
Introducing AG1 Next Gen. The daily health drink backed by 4 rigorously designed clinical trials. Next Gen is clinically shown to increase healthy gut bacteria by over 10 times and to close common nutrient gaps. It's one drink for whole body health. The next generation of AG1 is here.
Oh, our car's value went up.
Maybe we should track all our cars' value on Carvana.
All of them?
All of them. We need more trackers.
I'll track the van.
Gotcha. Is that my belt?
Parts of it, yeah. Ooh, I'm getting a value update. Do you see which one is going off?
How's it tracking?
Good, got some dips, some rises. Now what, hold?
Sold. Did we get a little carried away?
No, room for more.
Track your car's value on Carvana today.
Today, only at your local Hyundai dealer. By Untuckit, find the perfect fit today at untuckit.com or more than 80 stores worldwide. And by Montefiore Einstein, the official hospital of the New York Yankees. And we're showing these pictures of our good friend Bobby Mercer because today would have been his 79th birthday. Still so young. We lost him at such a young age. And he has missed every single day. He's just a terrific, terrific person.
How many times, are we talking or something that his name doesn't come up? You know, it's really amazing.
I always say this to people: be careful about meeting your heroes. Sometimes you get disappointed. And when I got to meet Bobby Mercer and end up working with him at Yes, he exceeded every one of my expectations. That was my favorite player growing up. And he was just the best person. Paul,
I mean, he used to come on the field, and you felt like you've known him for 100 years, and he never felt like it was a day that, you didn't just have fun talking to him.
And I guarantee you, if he wasn't taken from us that early, he'd still be in his booth today at 79. He loved being around the ballpark, and he obviously loved the Yankees. Here's Sam Haggerty. 1 out here in the third. Yankees lead 1-0 on the Rice home run. (0-2).
Two good four-seam fastballs right under the hands. Just ties Haggerty up, can't get to it. Every time that come in even a little bit farther, or go away with something off speed.
One and two. Two on the number 9 hitter, the center fielder Sam Haggerty. Haggerty, a switch hitter, does much better from the right side against lefties, but batting left-handed against the righty Warren. High fly ball, deep right, backing up Judge. He has room in front of the track. He makes the play.
Well, you didn't even flinch on that. You got a good read on it. I did. Well rested. A couple of days off did you well, didn't you?
Really did. Tonight's injury report brought to you by Montefiore Einstein, the official hospital of the New York Yankees. So Corey Seager, currently on the 10-day IL, right hamstring strain. Second stint for that same injury this season. He's missed 19 of the last 24 games. He's an important part of what they do. And he was a big part of that World Series victory.
Was the MVP that year, wasn't he?
1-0 on Josh Smith. Struck out, but reached on a wild pitch. High fly ball, right center. Grisham will put it away. And Warren retires the Rangers in order 1, 2, 3. We're going to go to the bottom of the third. Yankees up 1-0.
In right field, but they're going to have to hold Jelks at third. Going now, the ball gets away from O'Neill. He kicks it to Benzinger.
No, I do not believe it.
He kicked the ball to Todd Benzinger. You will never, ever again see this, so take a look.
And it is a perfect kick. This is the all-timer.
Every game night is a chance to go big with MLB Big Inning. Join Matt Yeloff on baseball's only nightly show that brings you the biggest plays of the night, live and commercial-free.
Strikes him out.
No one stacks more clutch plays into one live show with up to 4 games on a single screen.
Out of here! He is on fire. It's a walk-off play.
Change up game night with baseball's biggest game changer, MLB Big Inning, presented by Ram Trucks. Every night, all season long on MLB.tv.
Lots of great baseball coming, and good guess, by the way. Good luck trying to hit that, man. It's unhittable.
This is the show that never ends.
Audi vehicle at your local Tri-State Audi dealer today. And this day, 1976, it starts with Fisk and Piniella, and then it's an all-out brawl. This is when a fight was a fight. These two teams didn't like each other, and then Bill Lee gets smashed, and he goes down and separates his left shoulder. That wasn't just standing around posing and like trying to be held back. That was a real fight between two teams that did not like each other.
You know when a nickname doesn't match your personality? That was Greg Nettles. I mean, you call the guy Puff.
Yeah, that was not a puff.
Nettles was part of a few brawls, and he was always throwing haymakers.
Yep. He was right in the middle of the one with the Royals and George Brett.
Yeah.
And that one, he just dropped Bill Lee on his shoulder. Remember, I was at a luncheon with old-time Yankee and Red Sox. This was in Boston many, many years ago. And, you know, one of the guys got up there and said, Munson didn't like Fisk. Billy didn't like Zimmer, whoever, in the other dugout. And he said, and everybody hated Lou.
It was unanimous, huh?
Yes. The Red Sox had gone to the World Series in '75, lost to the Reds. Yankees in '76 became a very good team. They went to the World Series. Then in '77, the Yankees win the World Series. '78, the Red Sox jump out to an early lead. 13 games up, but the Yankees came all the way back. The one-game playoff at Fenway. What history between those two teams.
Mm-hmm. You always kind of wait for the first series for the Red Sox and the Yankees, and it seems like, they used to even have opening day, and now it gets later and later.
Yep.
They haven't even met yet.
They got a series in Boston coming up Friday the 13th.
Right? Nobody tag along?
I'd like that.
I wasn't invited.
And Austin Wells works a walk. Here's Peraza. Ground ball to third. Young, there's one. Back to first. It's an around the horn double play. Well, let's check out the leaders brought to you by your local Tri-State Genesis retailers. So from 20 to 24, he had 5.62 ERA. Now it's 3.35 coming into today's game. Opponents hit 300 against him those years. Now 255. Allowed 1.6 home runs per 9. Now 1.43. Although he did give up one to Rice.
Michael, that barely broke the speed limit right there. A little Ephus pitch, 60 miles an hour.
It's all about timing, right?
Mm-hmm.
One to Goldschmidt. It's a good change up, 1-2. Well, you know what? You talked yourself into trouble.
Is that right?
I just got a text from the boss. Tell Paul he's more than welcome to tag along to Boston.
What boss is that? Is it my wife or is that the boss of Yes?
That is scooped to right field. Garcia on the run, but that's going to make the seats out of play. Hey, suit up this season at MLBshop.com. Check out the largest selection of authentic jerseys, caps, hoodies, T-shirts, and more. Visit MLBshop.com, the official source for your Yankees gear. That one is lined to left field. It's a base hit. Goldschmidt continues to punish left-handers.
Well, he continues to get to that ball high in the strike zone, too. And that takes a quick bat and a good plane to stay on top of this ball. Two-seamer up in the strike zone, and he just hammers it to left field. With good two-seam action, but you don't want that ball high in the strike zone. You get good sink on it when it's down in the strike zone.
There's Grisham. There's a strike. Got the slider in there. What's hitting speed? Like when they go below that, it throws you off.
You know what? Now it's a little bit different. I mean, we were 93, 94, everybody. So you got in the low 80s, you know, stuff like that. That was it kind of screwed you up,
right?
You know, and that's, you know, the knuckleball would drive you crazy just because of the movement, because of the speed also. Bob Tewksbury, remember Bob Tewksbury? He threw an Ephus pitch, and you know, 9 out of 10 times as a hitter you would take that pitch because you weren't looking for it.
So because they throw harder now, that speed is probably a little higher,
Yeah.
maybe 87.
Yeah, I would think, you know, mid 80s or so would really confuse a lot of hitters.
Now we've seen him throw pitches in this game in the 60s. Just had a 71 mile per hour pitch. So he's throwing the kitchen sink up there. Chases Goldschmidt back.
Didn't I see that Ohtani struck out against an everyday player the other day?
Yeah.
And that's, I guarantee, is what it was. It wasn't that he got fooled or anything. It was just, you know, the speed wasn't what you're accustomed to.
I think the backup catcher Parada. But he got it up there about 90 miles an hour.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. But he kept delivering the pitch ball and then taking 4 steps back real quick, as if he didn't want to get hit with a comeback.
Exactly.
And after he struck out Ohtani, asked for the ball.
Of course.
Kept it.
You're like a professional batting practice guy now. You throw to Charlie every day. I mean, what's your speed? Are you in the low 50s, mid 50s?
As much as the shoulder allows.
Is that it?
Yeah, I was pitching BP to him the other day. He whistled one past my ear. I said, it's over.
It's about time,
Yep.
right?
Runner goes and foul ball.
You know, if you take one off the dome, one of these, it'll just make for good stories later. You know that?
Yeah. Well, it could be the end of the story. We're playing with hard balls.
Oh, all right.
I told, we'll resume this when Daddy buys an L screen. And that's why when you take BP, you know, they're throwing 65 miles an hour, but they move off the mound. They're closer to you. Did he go? Yes, he did. So Grisham is down, and that'll do it. here in the third. Yankees strand one. We'll go to the fourth. It's 1-0 Bombers.
Oh, I forgot my keys.
It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features some of the best talent in the game. A lot of power, a lot of marquee names.
Here we go. Buckle up, folks. There's a guy who wants to be in the spotlight. The bats have come alive.
A showstopper.
We're just playing Powerball.
This place doesn't know what hit them.
These teams are entertaining, are they not?
The show continues.
Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
Let's talk Orioles, a powerhouse and getting better. They have a lot of young players, and you know they're going to take another step.
High, deep, way out of here. That ball was barbecue.
Leave it up to the kid to do something special.
These guys are superstar players.
Talk about smacking the opponent in the mouth from pitch one.
That's the day in, day out, and finding a way to win.
They've done an incredible job of bringing up this homegrown talent.
Take a bow.
Coverage beginning at 6:30, only on Prime. Scheduled starters Ryan Yarbrough and Jacob DeGrom.
Yeah, that's. I mean, you hear that name and you kind of jerk back because you remember how great he was, and it seems like he's getting back to that point.
When healthy, there are a few better. Langford takes outside from Warren.
So, Michael, between innings on the scoreboard was the train race, the subway race. And, I didn't ride the subway, and I'm not from New York, so I don't understand. So I just got a whole education on the B, the D, and the 4, which all stop here at Yankee Stadium by James Smythe.
But because he does take the subway a lot.
Yes. You know all those lines and the numbers and letters and all that stuff?
Pretty much. Yeah. I mean, I'm not an expert at it for sure. You know, it takes the train back to his place in Manhattan every game he works. David Coney.
Coney likes to be part of the action, you know. The only time I took the subway is when I was with the Reds. We would stay on 42nd Street right at Grand Central.
Right.
So you would get on the train and take it out to beautiful Shea Stadium. It was an easy way to get there.
So after Friday's game, Keith Hernandez took the train home with Dave Sims.
Okay.
Because Dave lives in the city as well. And Keith was telling, I said, did you get bothered on the train? He said, no, people were really, really pleasant. He said, I was kind of taken by surprise. I said, you realize the Yankees won, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So I took the 7 train, Michael, from Grand Central to Shea Stadium.
Mm-hmm. Popped up and out of play. Now, did you stand or sit?
Well, if there was a seat, I would sit down.
Right.
Not, and most of the time there was. That wasn't like a popular time of the day. You know, we'd go at 2:30 or something, 3 o'clock. You know, another thing when I came to New York, I thought was really, really strange. The public schools. You just PS and you just throw a number on it.
Yeah.
Huh?
Absolutely.
No names to them.
6 strikeout for Will Warren. The Yankees' 6th strikeout brought to you by Audi and the 2025 Audi Q6. Visit your local Tri-State Audi dealer today.
Wow, that's a great pitch. 2-seam fastball that comes back to get the outside corner. Will Warren got it going tonight.
Josh Young picks up a single.
I'm glad I only jinxed him with a single, Michael. Huh? See, if you'd have said that, he'd have hit one in the upper deck.
Absolutely. I just keep my mouth shut now. You know, the best thing about New York School, JHS, junior high school, HS, there's nothing to imagine.
You know what? If you look at the grid of the city, I mean, it's just streets and avenues.
It's hard to get lost.
It's the easiest thing to do. Why the rest of the world doesn't learn? I don't know.
You want to get lost in Washington, D.C. A lot of circular streets.
Oh.
1-0 on Garcia. Yankees lead 1-0 on the Ben Rice home run. One and one.
Yeah, I'd get a little flustered if I was just running circles around. Didn't know where to get off. Like in a chariot race or something.
Last four starts will warrant 30 strikeouts in 20 and a third innings.
Yeah, in Seattle, we talked about it. Career high 9 in his last outing. And all of a sudden, you know, he has the confidence to put people away when he gets ahead with 2 strikes. That poor baseball he just threw it. It'll never be.
Never see a game.
No, it'll go to batting practice. Yeah. You know, he asked the umpire for a ball. The umpire threw him a ball, never been played. Didn't like the feel up, just chucked it in the dugout. Would go right in the batting practice bag.
And it's sad because that ball was raised to be a Major League Baseball.
Can you imagine when he was getting his stitches? Thinking maybe Aaron Judge will hit me. Ohtani, somebody really going to hit me hard.
Right, and then Will Warren had it and just tossed it away.
Just chucked it right in the dugout.
All of its dreams gone.
Well, this one did well for him because he had another strikeout and a good breaking ball. I see him really just yank that right at the end to get that good spin, and Garcia not even close.
Simeon takes a strike. Single right field, dunked one over the head of Goldschmidt. That was in the second.
You see that breaking ball right there. First pitch in the count, you throw that for a strike. Pitch before to Garcia, you throw that ball on the outside corner and run it off the plate. And now he's got it going both ways, where he's trying to throw that 2-seamer to come back and the breaking ball to go away. So as a hitter, you know, you have to really pick up the spin of the baseball early and make a decision whether it's going to stay on the plate or not.
One and two on Simeon. Warren had 3 strikeouts in the second inning. He has 7 strikeouts overall. Fly ball right field. Into the corner, Judge toward the line. He runs out of room. Top of the 4th inning, first game of a 3-game set. Swing and a miss. 8th strikeout. Second inning with 3 strikeouts, and Warren is dealing. That's how Paul's getting home tonight on the 4th. And we're in the 4th, 1-0 Yanks.
What number?
Are you coming home?
I'll be home in the morning.
I'm gonna go to...
At Delta, we get where you're coming from. After all, we're travelers, just like you.
There's certain players in every lineup that make the lineup go. Speed, power, he is a difference maker.
Ketel Marte, he's done it one more time.
The best second baseman in the game, that's Ketel Marte.
There goes Corbin, just incredible speed.
He wants to bury people. He just doesn't want to beat you. He wants to drive you into the ground.
Goodbye, Snakes alive.
They're tearing the cover off the ball.
We play to win. We've played that way all year. I guess this is just another example of that. We know what's in that locker room. We know the heart we have.
When your check engine light comes on, check out Tinker. Auto experts on demand, helping you fix your car in real time. That means no long waits, no big bills, and no major headaches. Just grab a wrench and your phone and fix it yourself with Tinker.
This app, I think, is revolutionary and has really helped me.
I feel proud to have been able to get done what I did. The car drives fantastic.
It's a quick and easy source of expert information.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long distance love. For the farsighted, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. For the thinkers and the doers. For old friends. Coca-Cola. For everyone.
Back here at the stadium, bottom of the fourth inning, and Aaron Judge will lead off. Yankees lead 1-0 on the Tri-State Cadillac scoreboard. Lined into center field, it's a base hit. Out there in an eye blink. Leadoff single for Judge. And that's going to bring up Bellinger and the Farsinga hitters scatter report.
Well, doubling up. Yeah, we talked about him the other day, but he had such a great game on Sunday. We got to do it over with a grand slam and 6 RBIs. He's really taking care of lefties this year. 387. And career high, came into the game with a 13-game hitting streak, which ties his career high. See if he can get to 14 tonight.
Got one off the end of the bat in the second, lined out to right field.
And guys, what a difference 2 weeks makes for Cody Bellinger during this hit streak. He's been asked multiple times what the biggest difference is in his approach and in him at the plate, and he simply said, pitch selection, I'm not expanding the zone, I'm not swinging at bad pitches, and he just feels a lot more balanced at the plate, and that certainly has helped him through this stretch. Now the Yankees hoping it continues, Paul.
Yeah, Merritt, I got a question, because you get to see these guys every day through their good times and their bad times. A lot of guys you can tell through their good times are great guys. Through their bad times, they don't want to talk. Cody Bellinger will talk to any time, right?
He's pretty even keel.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like he gets too affected by the good times or the bad times.
Runner goes, and a stolen base for Judge. Jonah Heim only catches 20% of all base stealers, 12%. And that's since the beginning of last year.
Again, Aaron Judge, I mean, this is all a scattering report. You see him look back to see if the ball's in play, but easily steals second base, and this should be a part of the game plan for the Yankees. You talked about it, Michael, only 12%. That's worse in baseball.
Looped into center field, and that's going to fall in for base hit. Judge held up, so he advances to third. Bellinger with a single, and now a 14-game hitting streak.
Well, kind of reached out. He was fooled, but he talked about balance. You know, if you're way lunging ahead, you can't even make contact. But by being back, at least you can wave that bat and at least put it in play. And at that point, you never know. Front hip left a little bit, and then all of a sudden his hand stayed back, but just out of the reach. When things are going good, Michael, and you got a 14-game hitting streak, you know, you need things like that just to keep it going.
Career high for him. Here's Volpe, first and third. They're playing back for the double play. And there's a strike.
You know, these got to be tough calls for Bruce Bochy to, you know, give up a run unless you get a double play, because their offense struggles so much offensively. You just hate to dig a hole for yourself.
Now they're kind of hedging their bet a bit at short. Smith is maybe 3/4 of the way. So maybe they come home with something that they don't think they could turn to try to cut Judge off of the. And you know Judge is going on any ground ball to stay out of the double play. Foul ball twice. Once it jumped up and hit him.
sort of, you just wait for these situations. Guy on third base, and you think, what a great time to hit. And then you get 0-2, and then all of a sudden you get in panic mode just to somehow put it in play.
Anthony had a couple of rough at bats against the Mets on Sunday. In that series, he was 2 for 12. Grounded out to second in the second. First and third, nobody out. Getting a new bat. I think he broke that one. So Corbin grew up a Yankee fan. Volpe grew up a Yankee fan, squaring off right here. Corbin not rooting for the Yankees right now. The 1-2. Popped up. Berger gives it a look. Out of play. Judge at third. Bellinger with good speed. He's at first. Held there by Berger. Spins him out of the way. And the count is level at 2-2. They checked the replay, see if he got hit, but Volpe did not signal that he was hit. Misses with the fastball, and he works the count from 0-2 to full. Bochy wanted that one. He said he was hitter friendly.
On that pitch, it looked like it was in.
Popped up. That's not going to get the job. And Young puts it away, and Volpe pops out. Runners stay put.
Corbin made some good pitches there, and then he got Volpe out front to fly, pop that up out in front of a breaking ball. But Ben Rice now, take a look at his home run with that open stance. If he keeps that shoulder in there, very easy to turn on the baseball. He's made a great adjustment over the offseason to open his stance a little bit, just to make things a little bit easier and see the ball a little bit better.
Who had Ben Rice with 10 home runs on May 20th on their bingo card? One 1-0. So they talk about people being injured and opening up opportunities. Well, if Stanton doesn't get hurt, Rice probably not in there, especially to this extent, where he could pick up 10 home runs. One and one.
Well, there's that slider that Corbin wants to throw. He hung it before, and that's what cost him the home run. But Ben Rice is going to see a lot of breaking balls because of that open stance. You have a tendency to open up a little bit more, and then it's very hard to cover that outside pitch.
Fly ball center field. Haggerty back, still back, reaches up, makes the play, and falls to the warning track. Tagging and scoring easily is Judge. Moving back to first, Bellinger. It's a sac fly for Rice. He has both ribbies, and the Yankees lead 2-0.
Well, it's a great play by Haggerty. I mean, that's tough, going back as a center field and leaping and then backhanding it. But a great at bat by Ben Rice to be able to cover that pitch and just drive it, not pull off of it as he did the pitch before. But in the super shot, I mean, that is a very, very difficult play. I'm going to give that a 7 or an 8, Michael. That's a tough one.
Wow. the judge from Ohio with a 7 or an 8. Love it.
I think I'm going to an 8 after watching the replay. It was funny. I was walking. I had to go out to the truck today, and then I looked through the center field fence, and nobody was on the field at that point, so I just kind of cut across the field, right basically where I caught that ball, and I was just looking around the outfield, and it never gets old walking in Yankee Stadium. But from that view,
runner goes, throw to second. They got him. Great throw by Heim. As Bellinger's out trying to steal. Let's see how close. Ooh. They're not going to challenge. Yankees get a run on 2 hits.
Are you coming home?
I'll be home in the morning.
I'm gonna go to...
At Delta, we get where you're coming from. After all, we're travelers, just like you.
You love the players. 50-50. You love the game. Now you can own baseball greatness. MLB Auction lets you bid on game used and autographed bats, balls, jerseys, and more. With items added all season long from your favorite major league teams, legends, and players. Each item is MLB authenticated to ensure the item shipped directly to your home is the real deal. Want a piece of the game? Visit auctions.mlb.com.
I want to ask you about food. What is something that you have to eat to be the judge?
Oh, Aaron Judge! Send him to Monument Park now!
We got some good chefs in New York. They've been cooking up some nice chopped cheeses, and that kind of, it gets you, I don't know if I should tell the kids that they should be eating chopped cheese before a game.
Before the game, probably steak. That's usually what I go to.
I like a steak, no vegetables.
No vegetables?
No vegetables.
No, is it straight protein?
Yeah.
You make it through security so fast, the agents applaud. When it comes to travel, you're a winner. And that's why you rent with National.
Did he do it? Oh my goodness, what a play!
An absolute beast unleashed.
You are unbelievable.
Racking them up, all I do is win. Spot that hashtag.
Yankees Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by Delta, the official airline of the New York Yankees. Delta, keep climbing. Well, Will Warren has pitched well. He has 8 strikeouts over 4 innings. Audi scoreboard shows the Yankees with a 2-0 lead. Jock Peterson is going to lead off. I got to tell you, Paul, you mentioned it, so I wasn't going to bring it up, but, the Yankees took their BP. I was down on the field. And then afterward, I come upstairs, do some prep work for the game, and the field is empty. And I see this lonely soul just throwing in the outfield. And I see that it's you, and I go, is he lost? Does he know where he is? What was going on?
I was in center field. I was lost. I'm looking for right. No, I mean, like I was saying before we broke, it's just, it never gets old, walking around on that field, and you get such a different view out in the outfield. Now, the view is, to me, is like how big, how much ground you have to cover as a player, as an outfielder. And it's just, I'm just looking around and thinking, this is pretty cool. Grass is green. It's checkerboard.
Now, when you were out there, did you say, yeah, I could still do this?
No. That's what I was amazed at. Is like, I got no chance at this right now.
Right back to Warren. He gets Peterson. 1 down. All right, Will Warren's been great. Let's check out the pitching decisions presented by Sage.
Well, if you watch what he has done, he's had a good 2-seam fastball back there, and then a breaking ball that he's had command of all day game. He's stayed ahead. Strikeout-wise, he's at 8. Just getting ready to tie his career high, which he had last week at 9 in Seattle. So he's really, really looks like he's starting to come into his own as a starting pitcher.
And we talked about Ben Rice getting an opportunity. If Garrett Cole and Luis Hill don't go down, he's not in the Yankee starting rotation. It's just not.
But if you look at, I mean, there's always going to be, you know, the #1 draft picks and the Aaron Judges, the guys that are just meant and better than everybody else. But everybody else kind of waits in line, and most of the time it comes from an opportunity of somebody not doing their job that has in the past, or an injury. And then, you know, you get a chance. And if you make the most of it, then, you know, you don't look back.
Two and one on Berger, one of the 8 strikeout victims. Struck out looking in the second. You know, sometimes all those strikeouts are a recipe for disaster because you're not going to last a long time. Strikeouts take at least 3 pitches, but he's at 69 pitches, 1 out into the 5th. He's in pretty good shape.
Yeah, because he's been ahead in the count. It's not like he's coming back to strike out guys being down, you know, 2-0, but he stayed ahead. You can put guys away immediately and not waste and get foul balls. Good things are going to happen.
Nice scoop there by Goldschmidt.
Uh-oh. I'm nervous here, Michael. I hear music.
Uh-oh. Name That Yankee, brought to you by Prevagen, made for your brain. 241 average, 42 home runs, 140 ribbies. Played for the Yankees in 2023. Long run with the Rangers from 17 to 22. Giants and the Angels. And it's a 4, too.
You think the folks at home notice that we go silent after that because we're trying to think about the question?
Oh, I think they know.
Yeah. We should put Audrey Meredith on. Right after the question, we get a little 5-minute break to try to figure it out.
The wheels turning.
No, are they? Takes a while for mine to get rolling. You know that?
You got deadly serious, you know, and quiet during the SATs, I heard.
Oh. What am I doing here? Does this really matter in life? Yeah.
That one's driven to right field, giving Chase's Judge into the corner, and it's going to land fair and go up against the wall. Judge fires to second, and Heim is in there with a double.
Jonah Heim, he's one of the few guys that are actually swinging the bat pretty well. And that's the breaking ball that kind of stays on the plate, but stays in the ballpark. And Aaron Judge almost made a phenomenal play here. This ball comes off the wall. He bare hands it. And just enough in on towards the label where he didn't get it in the seats. But right here, that's just knowing the wall. Bare handing it, coming up and throwing, but just not enough time. You were talking about the SAT. I remember when I took the SAT, and it was right after one of the biggest basketball games that I ever played in high school.
Right.
And I remember just sitting there thinking about the basketball game the night before where I was bombing the SAT.
That's why you ended up with the same score as you did in the basketball court.
Pretty much, maybe less. I don't know.
1-1 on Haggerty. Runner at second, 2 men out. We're in the top of the 5th inning. It's 2-0 Yankees. Check out the Allstate Good Hands, and this was given an 8 by Paul.
Yeah, we just saw this. I mean, this is a good play. I mean, he did stutter step there, but to make that play on a full run and leaping, it's a tough play and a good play.
Two and 2 on Haggerty. Well, what was the old saying when we were growing up that, you know, sign your name, you got 400
yes.
on the SAT?
Well, I don't even know if I got that. So maybe I spelled my name wrong.
N-E-A-L.
That's right. I wanted to be Shaq's brother. Clearly away.
So here's the payoff to Haggerty. Strike 3. Strikeout number 9, tying a career high for Will Warren. And he gets out of a jam in the 5th. No runs a hit. 1 man left. We're halfway through. Yankees up by 2.
It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features some of the best talent in the game. A lot of power, a lot of marquee names.
Here we go. Buckle up, folks. There's a guy who wants to be in the spotlight. The bats have come alive. A showstopper. We're just playing Powerball.
This place doesn't know what hit him.
These teams are entertaining, are they not?
The show continues.
Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
That starting rotation, it doesn't get better than that.
Dominating night from Logan Gilbert.
Trying to be out there and take the ball as much as I can.
Swing and a miss against Luis Castillo.
It's wipeout stuff.
He's a legit ace.
Talk about depth the Mariners really have.
What a masterpiece from George Kirby.
Just trying to go out there and give my team the best chance to win. Julio Rodriguez is an absolute superstar out there in center field.
Go my zone, Julio.
Once I go, I just want to have everything ready.
The guy's dangerous.
Julio!
Well, tonight on Yes, don't miss a new edition of Sportico Sports Business for an exclusive interview with NWSL Commissioner Jessica Berman and much more. Catch the new episode presented by Genius Sports immediately following the postgame on Yes and the Gotham Sports app. Audi scoreboard, bottom of the 5th inning. Yankees up 2-0. First game of this 3-game set against Texas. Bottom third of the order. DJ LeMahieu leads off. He was at the plate when Cody Bellinger got thrown out trying to steal. You know, one thing I noticed this weekend watching LeMahieu, and maybe the last 2 years, he didn't look like he had life in his body because he was hurt all the time. He looks kind of different now, Paul. Do you sense it too?
You know, with the first swings I said the ball jumped off his bat. I mean, even a ball he hit with men in scoring position the other day, line drive to right field. Yeah, you can only envision if he could just be, you know, part of what he was, how much he's going to help this lineup.
And he's looked great defensively at second as well. Chopped up the middle. Simeon backhands. And he'll get LeMahieu. Well, here's his first home run, and also a rare show of emotion as he rounded first base, pumped his fist. That's uncharacteristic for David John.
Yeah, that's something that you know, has bottled up inside of him for a while to get back out on the field, and you know, to get back out on the field and hit a home run in Yankee Stadium. Yeah, that gets the juices flowing a little bit.
Austin Wells takes a strike. Oh, and 2. Swing and a miss. Wells down on strikes.
Let's see what Corbin does. Go ahead, Michael. Let's go down
on the farm. Rafael Flores, really high prospect as a catcher. Home run in 3 straight games, hitting .304, 9 home runs in AA Somerset. Number 4 prospect for the Yankees, Bryce Cunningham, a right-handed pitcher. You see his numbers at High A, Hudson Valley. And Carlos Lagrange, right-handed pitcher, 50 strikeouts in 31 1/3 innings. Peraza pops it up behind the plate. Hine gives it a look. It's out of play.
LaGrange, that's an old ZZ Top song, isn't it?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, oh yeah.
The 0-1. 1-1. One and two.
You're waiting for that breakout where, Peraza just takes over that third base job, and it hasn't been any defense. His defense has been exceptional, but you're just waiting for some kind of hint offensively that he can become what he was in the minor leagues.
Swing and a miss. Peraza down on strikes. 5 strong innings for Corbin, but Warren's been better. Yankees lead 2-0.
Are you coming home?
I'll be home in the morning.
I gotta go too.
At Delta, we get where you're coming from. After all, we're travelers, just like you.
Where do you have Toronto? I think they are a better team. They still do have the type of talent in-house that they really can make it work.
A team that is all in on 2025. It is way out of here.
2025 is going to be a big year for Bo Bichette. This team is for real.
Their pitching rotation is the most experienced in the division with Gossman.
A swing and a miss.
Offensively, this team has what it takes. Pitching, they have what it takes to be that World Series contender.
We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card. Let's just get one of everything.
Everything.
Fire everything. The Capital One Saver card is at table 27, and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back. Yes, chef!
This is so nice.
3% cash back on chicken. Yes, chef! 3% cash back on risotto.
Yes, chef!
Where's my fish?
Here, chef!
Had a feeling you want to earn 3% cash back on dessert.
Sorry, chef.
What's in your wallet?
Well, she's not the easiest person to please. Right, Mama?
She needs things to be just right.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, we do love her. That's my mug, isn't it?
But she needs a place of her own, and fast.
Thankfully, she's on Redfin. Redfin updates their listings every 2 minutes.
That means every 2 minutes, there's a chance we'll be back to having our porridge in peace.
Oh, wow. This one's just right.
Is she leaving? Yes.
Oh, it's happening. It is happening.
The MLB Network podcast is here. Join your favorite on-air personality.
Thank you, Bob. We'll go around the majors. The Dodgers have lost 4 straight games, all at home for the first time since 2018. Chris Bubich has pitched well, and Kyle Schwarber hit his 300th career home run last night at the Rockies. Paul, I had been under the impression the Dodgers were not going to lose a game this year.
Yeah, I thought they were 162-0 coming into the season. That's just the way they were brought up.
Baseball's a hard game. That's why the last team to repeat is your team. Not saying that they can't do it, but they've had injuries to their pitching staff. It's tough.
I've always said that you have to, everything has to go right to win a world championship. And the chances of that happening over and over again is very hard. People go down. I mean, you lose a pitcher, you lose your, one of your star hitters, and you're not the same team.
I mean, if you think about it, you guys were very close to winning 6 in a row.
Yeah, well, that would have been fun.
Yep.
Wouldn't want to take away any of the other ones, though, because, you need breaks in the ones that you won that sometimes you didn't get the second time around.
Right. 3-1. Langford on deck. Long run for Peraza. And he makes the play and tumbles behind the tarp. Did he hold on? Yes, he did. What a play by Peraza.
Well, I think he stuck the landing, too. Just a nice little soft spot right there. But we've talked about his defense has been exceptional all year. Catch the ball and now look for a little better place to land, and that's in between the tarp and the brick wall. Wow.
Wow.
You can make that play, right, Michael?
No.
No?
No.
Problem is, if we make that play, we're not coming back.
No, something breaks.
Something might fall off.
Let's see if Peraza's okay.
Bang the tooth or something, or face.
What was I?
Yeah. Well, I think it's going to go out of our sight, but we see the play, and then as he starts to roll over, who knows what happens below the tarp. Something poked him in the eye. I love the umpire just sticking his nose down there to make sure that the ball's still in the glove. Still got it? Still got it? Yes, sir.
Remember how Jeter's face looked when he
yeah.
made the dive into the stands against the Red Sox?
Looked like
came out reaching for his teeth and everything.
Looked like he did around with Mike Tyson. Blood. There's certain plays that just people remember forever, and that's got to be one of them, right? Jeter.
Absolutely. That game was just amazing.
Yeah.
You can't have that play anymore because of the screen. You'll just boing back onto the field.
Shoot right back to your position.
Yep. Looks like Peraza is going to be okay. So here's Langford, one out in the sixth. Warren at 84 pitches. Starting his third time through the order. Strike, 2-1. So Warren has tied his career high, which he reached in his previous start of 9 strikeouts. Two and two.
Well, that fastball tonight has had a little life on it, and you've seen a lot of swing and misses through the fastball. Then he puts people away with the breaking ball off the plate away.
Missed outside, so Langford works a walk. And we talked about the Jeter play 21 years ago almost, Paul. July 1st, 2004.
I mean, that is just a full run. Don't know how I'm going to land, but I'm going to catch the baseball. And, it was part of his personality. He just went at it, and he went at it hard.
He's banged up just a bit. He said he found the one seat that someone wasn't sitting in.
Yeah, it's a long time ago when Gene Monahan's coming out to check his. That one's blooped into left field.
Base hit for Young.
A jam shot, and it just found the outfield grass. The two-seamer, it got up in the strike zone, which allowed him to elevate it just enough to get looped into left field. That ball's down. It usually ends up being a ground ball.
Well, here's Matt Blake, the Yankee pitching coach. We saw Mark Leiter Jr. warming up.
Garcia has 6 home runs on the year, but we talked about some of his years in the past where
here's Garcia. He struck out twice against Warren. First and second, one man out. First inning in the game where the Rangers have 2 runners on. Jacob Webb warming for Texas. Before the game, the Rangers put Chris Martin, very valuable pitcher, on the IL and called up Cole Winn to take his place. They have 5 righties and 3 lefties in the pen. Oh, 2.
2 good breaking balls. A lot of times you can't overthink the situation. You've thrown 2 good breaking balls, got swing and misses. Unless you just want to waste a fastball, you might as well just continue to go after him with that breaking ball.
Sixth inning, 2-0 Yanks. Shallow right field coming on Judge, and it's going to drop for a base hit. The runners advance and the bases are loaded as Judge throws in. So a bloop single for Garcia, and it's bases loaded, 1 man out.
I think he did try to waste a fastball to set up that slider, but Garcia was able to put it in play. That ball's way off the plate away. Second cheap kind of bloop hit of the inning. But now the Yankees and Warren in trouble here with bases loaded. A big swing from a guy with power. A lot of times you're playing back and you don't immediately, really hear it or take off in. And Aaron Judge just gets caught with no chance to catch the ball.
A little surprising. Boone staying with Warren at 97 pitches to face Simeon. Bases loaded, 1 out. 1-0. He's got Leiter ready. Leiter's just watching right now.
I think it's coming down to, how has this happened? It's been 1 walk, but then also a couple cheap base hits. It's not like he's really getting hit hard. But now you put him in a situation where you want to see if he can get out of this.
And also Leiter's splitter works better against a lefty batter who's on deck. There's Jock Peterson. The exit velos on the base hits 59.5 miles per hour and 71.7.
And for people who don't know, that's not real hard.
Mm-mm. Two and two. Check out the bullpen budget brought to you by Citizens. Make sense of your money with Citizens. Bullpen did a lot of work in the Subway Series, but they had yesterday off as a reset, and you would think that everybody would be available.
Boy, made a really good pitch there. Two-seamer in on the hands. That's the ball you could get, a ground ball. Simeon able to foul it off and pulled it foul.
Strike three. A career-high 10 strikeouts for Warren and a big one. And that'll be the final batter that he faces as Boone comes out of the dugout to take the baseball from Warren.
Well, Warren was excellent, and here he went back to the two-seam fastball. Simeon had shown earlier in the game that he was kind of looking breaking ball, pushing the ball to right field. A good, smart pitch and a great outing for Warren. You can say, Michael, career high 10 strikeouts?
Yes, sir. And he's going to get a nice hand from the stadium crowd.
I miss you.
When you think about it,
Are you coming home?
I'll be there when you wake up.
half the trips the world takes are trips home.
I'll call you soon, Dad.
It's the feeling we all eventually long to get back to. No matter what took us away to begin with, we know because at Delta we're travelers, just like you. Which is why we try to make you feel at home long before you even get there.
You make it through security so fast, the agents applaud. Your travel itineraries are so well written, they're on the bestseller list. And you have access to lounges that don't officially exist. That's why you rent with National, where you can skip the counter and choose any vehicle on the Emerald Isle. Because travel isn't a competition, except that it is. And you're winning.
You got to look at Will Warren, and then we just showed it. I mean, he was excellent tonight. He had good fastball, a two-seamer and a four-seamer, and a lot of strikeouts on that breaking ball. Great job. Just another step forward as a starter for Will Warren.
2 outs into the 6th, leaves the bases loaded. Here's Peterson against Leiter Jr., and there's a strike. Leiter Jr. has pitched well for the Yanks this year. 26 strikeouts in 18 and a third innings. And quickly ahead of Peterson, 0-2.
Well, all the pressure on Peterson right now. I know you want to try to get him out on a swinging strike, but no reason to waste one in the dirt and give him a run. Give them a run.
One and two. Yankees lead 2-0. Lead hanging in the balance with the bases loaded. 2 outs for the Rangers in the 6th. Swing and a miss. Got him on the splitter. Leiter comes on and does the job, striking out Peterson as the Rangers leave the bases loaded. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Will Warren loves what he sees.
You've kept your form in top shape for the season, Capricorn, but now you're noticing that the tricks of the game are coming to you easier than ever before. You're able to understand the strategy behind baseball that's giving you an extra edge on the field. This combined mental and physical strength will help the team coast to the postseason.
I guess I'm not the easiest person to please. I like things just right. That's why I love Redfin. They show me homes that are perfect for me. Not too big, not too small. Yeah. It's like they know me. I mean, the Bears love having me here. We're like family. You wanna know what sucks? But it's time for me to spread my wings and find a place of my own. Ooh, this one's just right. I know Baby Bear will miss me.
Toyota, the official hybrid vehicles of the Yankees. And tonight's picture is from Alexander, who's rooting for the Yankees all the way from Frankfurt, Germany. Use the hashtag Toyota Pinstripe Pride. Mention yes in pictures you post to social media to reflect your love for the Bronx Bombers. We might spotlight you in a future game. Big spot for Mark Leiter Jr., and he does the job. Paul Goldschmidt leads off the bottom of the sixth inning, takes a ball from Patrick Corbin. It'll be the top of the Yankee order: Goldschmidt, Grisham, and Judge. And a strike. Line the other way and into the seat. So Mark Leiter Jr., his cousin Jack, is on the Texas Rangers. His uncle Al was actually at the game today, and I believe that his dad is here as well, so I'm sure that was a big moment for him. And Jack Curry asked the questions that everybody wants to know. So you got the Boons together. This is the Boon Ball.
Yeah.
And then you've got the Lighters.
Right.
And Jack said, who would win Lighters against the Boons in Family Feud and in baseball?
Family Feud, I don't think anybody would get an answer other than Al. He'd never let go of the mic.
Well, this is what Aaron Boone said. He said, I don't like our chances in baseball because I didn't like facing Mark Leiter Sr. I didn't like facing Al. He said, so we wouldn't do well. He said, I think we would really beat him in Family Feud.
Well, he's a trivia buff. He's always answering all the trivia questions.
Yeah, he does all the name that is. Nice catch. Kind of suppress a grin there.
Almost like surprised, huh?
Did he go? No, he did not. So a walk to Goldschmidt. And there's Jack Leiter, hard thrower. And he had a no-hitter going into the seventh inning against the Astros. Then a home run broke it up. And the Rangers ended up losing that game in extra innings. But a nice performance, 7 innings, 3 hits, 3 runs through 87 pitches. And if you take a look at Jack's delivery, it really is the mirror image of Al's. Because he's a righty, Al's a lefty, and obviously he learned from his dad, who was a great pitcher.
Yeah, I was never running to the batter's box to face Al Leiter. He was a tough face for a lefty, hard cutter, hard two-seamer in on your hands.
Al's changed, though. You know what? He's here. He's in the ballpark. Doesn't even pop in to say hello.
Oh, it's too many of the things to do.
Unbelievable.
We used to be on the A-list. No
That's
longer,
right. Now it's like we don't even exist. Now I could see if Jack was pitching. Okay, then you know.
Yeah, you're locked in.
There's Jack, who looks just like his mom, Lori. And he was high school teammates with the Yankees shortstop, Anthony Volpe. And Jack was actually drafted by the Yankees in that draft because Al Leiter told everybody he's not going to big leagues. He's not. He's going to Vanderbilt. But the Yankees took a flyer. I believe it was at the 20th round pick. And he didn't bite. But Anthony Volpe, who was also supposed to be going to Vanderbilt, he bit and he signed. And here he is as Yankee shortstop. Line drive, right field. It's a base hit. That breaks an 0 for 14 for Grisham and the Yankees. First and second, nobody out.
Well, Grisham continues to impress. He's going to cool off a little bit, but again, against the lefty, to be able to stay in there, Cutter didn't really have much on it, but just waffles it to right field. You saw Goldschmidt look over his shoulder twice to see if he could get to third base, but decided to stay at second. Oh, got to Garcia too quick.
That looks like it's going to do it as Bochy comes out. He'll call on the right-hander to face Judge. Corbin pitched well. It's 2-0. We're in the 6th inning, but he leaves runners on first and second, nobody out. Judge due up, so don't go anywhere.
I miss you.
When you think about it,
Are you coming home?
I'll be there when you wake up.
half the trips the world takes are trips home.
I'll call you soon, Dad.
It's the feeling we all eventually long to get back to. No matter what took us away to begin with. We know, because at Delta we're travelers, just like you. Which is why we try to make you feel at home long before you even get there.
Introducing Traveler Whiskey from Buffalo Trace Distillery. Traveler's been tasted, selected, and perfected to be everything it should be. A premium whiskey that speaks for itself. Traveler's made to be enjoyed exactly how you like it. Neat, on the rocks, or in your favorite cocktail. Traveler Whiskey. Easy to drink, hard not to love.
The Reds lead 4-zip. Christian Encarnacion Strand trying to get off the Schneid. Driven to center field and destroyed. Christian Encarnacion Strand off the big board in center. He gets right in the best way. He kills his second homer of the year. And it's 5-0 Reds.
Where you talk about strong. The definition of strong just touched home plate right here. Oh, my goodness.
Yankees Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by your local Ford stores. Ford is proud to be the official SUV of the Yankees. And by Delta, the official airline of the New York Yankees. Delta, keep climbing. All right, Jacob Webb. Last appearance was Saturday. Too many walks in 21 of the third innings, but opponents at 187 against him. And he has a tough customer facing him, and that's Aaron Judge. Aaron 1 for 2. First and second, nobody out. Swing and a miss.
He challenged it, but I tell you what, Aaron Judge doesn't swing through that one very often.
One and one. Goldschmidt's at second. Grisham is at first. And I think Bochy was just thrown out.
Yeah, this is going to take a while. Brew Bochy's not going to sprint out there, believe me. He's got those catcher's knees.
You can see he said he missed 2 pitches. Bochy's going to the Hall of Fame. 4 World Championships. Now getting his money's worth with Carlos Torres. Well, if Bruce had just seen our umpire scouting report. We said he's a hitter's umpire.
Hitter's friendly. You know what? That's what happens when you don't tune into yes. You're not informed.
Let's see if he has a beef here.
That could have gone either way. Close pitch.
That's Bochy's 87th ejection as a manager, 7th most all-time, one behind Frankie Frisch. One and two. I'll make a bold prediction. If Boone manages another 15 years, he's going to get there.
Yeah, he's got a good running start.
Yeah. Two and two on Judge. All right, so Boone's at 41, 38th all time. Got a ways to go.
You got to remember, though, Bruce Bochy, this is his 28th season. This Judge goes down swinging on a high fastball.
He came at him with a 94 mile an hour, 93, and he got it by him.
He just elevated this one just enough out of the strike zone. Aaron Judge barreled the bat just under. Again, a good swing. Just didn't connect.
Now here's Cody Bellinger. 1-0.
You see Jonah Heim arguing there. That ball did look like it gets some plate. A lot of times when managers go out there and argue, then you're going to see the benefit of the doubt go to the team where the manager was thrown out. Well, that's not the case right here. All right, now if you're a hitter, you kind of flip a coin because that ball's off the plate away. The pitch before was a strike. So now you got both sides confused.
Popped up. Young is there to make the play in foul territory, 2 down.
Well, this inning really started off good with Goldschmidt and Grisham, and then you've got Judge and Bellinger coming to the plate. All of a sudden, 2 outs, nobody's moved. A big at bat here for Anthony Volpe.
Volpe is 0 for 2. Fouled out to the third baseman, grounded out to second. Fouled away. Big crowd at the stadium looking for the Yankees to break this open. Close game here in the bottom of the 6th. 1-1 on Anthony. Ben Rice on deck. He's driven both Yankee runs, a home run and a sac fly. 2-1 on Volpe. Two. Grounded foul.
Anthony Volpe in his mind is like, wow, why did I miss that? Kind of a hanging breaking ball, just middle in. You know, when you foul those off as a hitter, then you give the pitcher an opportunity to make his pitch, and that's why it always frustrates you as a hitter to foul off a good pitch.
Popped up, shallow center field. Who's going to get there? No one, as Haggerty can't make the play, and the bases are loaded on the blue. No, scoring is Goldschmidt as he was running with the 2 outs, and the Yankees lead 3-0 on the blooper off the bat. of Anthony Volpe.
Well, this has been a lot of bloop hits tonight, and this is another one. But boy, it plates a run. For a ball outside, just kind of reached at it, and again, just find nowhereville out in the outfield. A good effort out there by Haggerty, but just can't get to it. See, this ball clearly hits the grass and then up into his glove. Lucky for him, it stayed in his glove and didn't get by him.
Well, that'll be a double then for Volpe and an RBI. 26 ribby of the year, and it's 3-0 Yanks.
Well, bad break for Webb. I mean, he made good pitches to get Aaron Judge out, and then Bellinger, and then he gives up a little bloop single. But you know what? As a hitter, you hit a lot of hard line drives too that get caught. So once in a while, you deserve a blooper.
So now second and third with 2 outs as Mike Maddox made a trip to talk to Webb. Another good performance by Will Warren. Well, the scorer said that Volpe gets a single, moves to second on the throw. He was heading to second when that ball was, before it was even thrown, but I'll say it's a single. One 1-0 on Rice. 2 ribbies on the night. 1-1. Two and 1 on the Yankee DH. 10 home runs, 22 runs batted in. That's the number on his back. Opportunity for a couple more. Give the Yankee bullpen some breathing room. Fly ball right field. Garcia has room, puts it away, and that will do it. But the Yankees get a run on 2 hits. They leave 2. We go to the 7th, 3-0 Yanks.
I am an American soldier. I will always place the mission first. I will never accept defeat.
I am an American soldier.
Some moments are too big to miss.
This place is going wild!
MLB Tonight brings you closer to the biggest plays and reactions from the moments that matter most.
Good to get that win today, but gotta keep going.
MLB Tonight, only on MLB Network.
The journey. It starts here, on the fields where dreams begin. Every swing counts. Every step matters. Every moment inspires. The fundamentals today, the possibilities of tomorrow. Pitch, hit, and run. The journey starts here. Scan the QR code to sign up today.
Doc Gooden for an inside look at the numbers that defined his career. Catch a new episode presented by the New York Lottery tomorrow at 6:30 on Yes and the Gotham Sports app. Then afterwards at 7 p.m., stream the Yankees game on Prime. Ford scoreboard, 3-0 Yankees over the Rangers. Yankees have out-hit Texas 6-5, and we told you coming in, Rangers get good pitching and they have trouble scoring runs. They're 26th in baseball in runs per game. And now if you're keeping score at home, they have just changed the Volpe single to a double.
You're going to have a hole in that paper there, Michael. You're switching it so much. Huh? I think he was listening to the broadcast. He could tell you were a little irritated, so he gave him a double.
Leiter came on to strike out Jock Peterson and leave the bases loaded in the 6th inning. Remains in for the 7th, and the pitch to Berger is a strike.
Boy, Aaron Boone has got to feel, after the way Loizaga has thrown the ball since he's been back, that he has another huge weapon in that bullpen.
So Bosley warming up there for the Rangers. High drive in the left center field. Giving chase is Grisham, and he'll make the play. Basket kept style for the first out. Support America's military and first responder heroes. Donate $11 a month to the Tunnel to Towers Foundation at T2T.org. Here's Jonah Heim. He's 1 for 2 with a double in the 5th inning. One and 0. One and 1.
It's like a quarterback there, huh? With all the plays. Those are all pitches and hitters, all kinds of information.
Now he has to think about hitting.
yeah. I don't know that you should take that to the plate with you. But...
Fly ball left field. Bellinger is there. Bellinger two-way.
I think Wells was peeking up there, trying to find his name.
You know what? Maybe. Here's Sam Haggerty. 0 for 2. Fly ball to right and a strikeout looking. Peraza in on the lip of the grass, about 35 feet off the bag at third. Volpe shades up the middle, and there's a strike to Haggerty. Oh, 0-2. Top of the 7th inning, 2 outs. Swing and a miss, got him. Leiter works a 1-2-3-7. At the end of 6.5 innings of play, the Yankees lead the Rangers 3-0, and it's time for the 7th inning stretch, but we'll stay right here as they honor America in the Bronx.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you rise and remove your caps? And please direct your attention to the area behind home plate as the New York Yankees welcome an honored military guest. United States Army 2nd Lieutenant Michael Caputo from the Bronx, who served in the Vietnam War and was awarded the Bronze Star. The Yankees say thank you, Michael, for your sacrifice and service to our nation. And now, please join us in singing along with Robert Merrill's rendition of God Bless America.
With
It's stretch time.
It's the great mascot race. Here we go. And they're off. They're neck and neck. Look at them go, folks. The crowd goes wild. It's the home stretch. It's a close race. It's the play at the plate. It's captain. Congratulations. You won the great mascot race.
I miss you.
When you think about it,
Are you coming home?
I'll be there when you wake up.
half the trips the world takes are trips home.
I'll call you soon, Dad.
It's the feeling we all eventually long to get back to. No matter what took us away to begin with. We know, because at Delta we're travelers, just like you. Which is why we try to make you feel at home long before you even get there.
I want to talk about the Angels. They're my big surprise team of 2025.
The Angels make sure the halo will shine brightly tonight.
The energy level and the swag and the confidence.
It is Brother here.
Game's on notice.
Magneto Magnificent.
High octane. It is fuel. It is hot. It's coming at you in a big way.
It was 105.5 miles an hour.
No way.
And the Halos are unstoppable right now.
Man, these seats.
I know, right? Thank you, Game Time.
Easiest way to find only the best deals on the best seats. I wonder how the other guys are doing.
These seats are trash. What the heck, man? I spent hours finding a deal on these.
It's 3-0 Yankees, 3-6-0 for the Yanks, 0-5-0 for Texas. Corbin won 5, gave up the 3 runs. Josh Young with 2 singles. Will Warren pitched very well, career-high 10 strikeouts, and Ben Rice is driven in 2.
A little Dave Valley in the studio tonight.
Right.
It's got to be like in this game. And catchers love the low-scoring shutouts. Just figure how you get guys out.
Here's Caleb Bosley. That's how he pronounces his name. It's spelled quite differently, but Caleb Bosley. And he deals outside to LeMahieu. Called up from AAA Sunday. He's been up and down on the Round Rock Shuttle 3 times already this season. 31 years old. Devin Williams, 2 outstanding outings against the Mets in the Subway Series. LeMahieu is 0 for 2, ground ball is short, and a ground ball is second. Now 2-2. Austin Wells on deck. Still 2-2. LeMahieu, Wells, and Peraza here in the bottom of the 7th.
Just looking down the on-deck circle, you know, remember the 40-degree nights? You know, Jennifer Steinbrenner was just sitting out there freezing.
Yeah.
Now we get a beautiful night and it's just not there. Just wants to show how tough, right?
And LeMahieu works a leadoff walk against Bosley. See the guy in the blue hat behind Wells?
Yeah?
Interests me. He knows things.
He knows things.
Now, you can just, he's locked in, man. He's got that look. It's intriguing. When you wear sunglasses at night, you know things.
You got something going on.
Yeah, I love it. He's been locked in the whole game.
I thought he was at a day game. I thought it was a 12:30 start today.
Oh, there he is. LeMahieu leads off first, held there by Berger. Strike three. Wells down looking. Did not like the call, but when you're a catcher, you have to be careful because you want that call for your pitcher.
Yeah, this is a two-seamer. You don't know as a left-handed hitter if this ever gets back to the inside corner, but when you make up your mind, it's definitely a ball. Let's see if it runs all the way back. I don't know. Be a little chap myself. Yeah, that ball's in.
Here's Peraza. Push bunt and right to Berger as LeMahieu gets back.
Well, I think Peraza's trying anything. I don't know if he was trying to push that in the hole, but he hit a missile. That's a line drive off the bunt. Bam!
0 for 3 tonight. Back to the top of the order, and Goldschmidt 1 for 2 with a walk and run scored. One and 0. One. Crowd doing the wave from the left field foul line around.
It's going backwards.
Yeah.
Am I going to usually go the other way around?
1 and 2.
Folks at home, you're going to get it. There it goes. Wow. The legend seats, they're not really part of the wave. They got too much food in their hands.
Bottom of the 7th, 3-0 Yanks. Swing and a miss. Goldschmidt down on strikes. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left. Devin Williams coming in to pitch the 8th. Yankees lead 3-0.
I miss you.
When you think about it,
Are you coming home?
I'll be there when you wake up.
half the trips the world takes are trips home.
I'll call you soon, Dad.
It's the feeling we all eventually long to get back to. No matter what took us away to begin with. We know, because at Delta we're travelers, just like you. Which is why we try to make you feel at home long before you even get there.
We do not talk about this superstar enough, and that's Rafael Devers.
6 straight game with a home run. Jaron Duran is an extra base machine.
I've just always been like that guy that keeps his head down and works hard.
Swing and a miss. Crochet's got that kind of electric stuff.
This green monster is tailor-made for Alex Bregman's swing. Great fit for Bregman, great fit for the Red Sox.
This was the piece that they really needed.
The guy's a winner. He's got all the talent.
The Red Sox are a much better team this year than they were last year.
Yankee, here are the clues we gave you earlier. Most of the time with the Rangers, Giants, Yankees, Angels. The answer is...
I don't get it.
Willie Calhoun.
Willie Calhoun. We did do the Angels game last year. I did remember seeing that.
Calhoun's hitting .273 in the Mexican League with the Tigres of Quintana Roo. Their first baseman is Luke Voigt, who's hitting .363 with 9 homers, 21 ribbies in 24 games. Devin Williams takes over and gets the fastball by Josh Smith as we start the 8th inning. Now, Aaron Boone was asked today, the way Devin Williams is pitching, do you eventually, want to move him back to the closer role? And Boone didn't tip his hand. He goes, we'll see how it goes. He said, we have a lot of great options in the bullpen. Weaver's been doing great in the spot that he's in. He said, so nothing imminent.
Yeah, recently the bullpen has really been hot and good. So there's no reason to change things that are working. Uh-oh.
What I'm seeing more from with Williams, he has better command of the fastball, and the fastball then obviously makes the airbender look so much better.
Well, you're 100% correct. I mean, there was a while there where he could not control either pitch, and so you weren't getting any swings out of the strike zone. Now it seems like he's able to throw that that fastball for a strike whenever he needs to, which then you can just waste that changeup and get a lot of swings.
And you can see he's calling his own pitches. He's punching that into the pitch comm on his belt. Skied the other way, and it slices foul.
You know, there's times, and you saw it the way the last inning ended with Leiter. He had 2 strikes, and you're always accustomed to seeing him put hitters away with a split finger, and he threw a fastball right by him. And right there, same thing. 2 strikes, you're expecting that changeup. You got a fastball. Every once in a while, I don't care how good you are, you have to change the sequence just to show hitters that you can.
Popped up. Volpe. 1 out. So this is the top of the order for Texas. Next up, Wyatt Langford. Langford 0 for 2 with a walk.
It was so funny. After his first changeup, he looked frustrated, went right back to the pitch comment and pushed the button immediately. And to me, that almost said, you know what? I'm throwing it again because I didn't like the way I threw that first one. Now you're 2-0.
Fouled away. Three 0 Yanks, first game of this 3-game set. Yankees have won 8 of their last 11. They keep winning series, which is how you get it done. Yankees looking to go a season high 9 games over 500. They've been at 8 games over twice. That's what they're at right now.
The Rangers, as bad as they've been on the road and as bad as they've been offensively, they've won 7 out of their last 9 also. You see a double down the line.
Bellinger digs it out, and Langford picks up a 2-base hit.
I mean, it looks so easy when Williams gets ahead. Here you get in a fastball count where a hitter can sit on it, and it just rockets it down the left field line. Just out of the reach of Peraza. You know, in slow motion, it looks like you got a chance. That ball is going so fast with so much spin. It's just a reaction.
Here's Josh Young. Runner at second, one out. Changeup misses, 1-0. Two and 0. Dating back to early baseball times, there were pitchers that would call their game. Roger Clemens would call his entire game, wiping off, wiping on. And then other ones don't want to be bothered. Like Andy Pettitte wanted to get the sign and execute the pitch that was called. It's a preference.
Right. A lot of pitchers know what they feel, and a lot of pitchers don't want to even think about it. They trust in the catcher.
Now, some pitchers will shake, but they do want the template put down by the catcher to work from that. As you can see that Devin Williams is calling this himself.
Every once in a while, it looks like when he gets his control problems, it almost looks like he gets 3/4 instead of over the top, where he kind of tugs that ball away from the right-handed hitter.
There's that good change, 3-2.
You see the ball, hand underneath the ball, and just gets a tremendous amount of side spin.
And the payoff. Swing and a miss. Got the fastball by him. Two-way.
Yeah, I think that's a sequence more than anything. That's a, you know, he pitched through a changeup 3-1, and then he comes back with a fastball and blows it by him. A big out for Williams.
And Paul, 93 looks faster when you're following a changeup. Here's Adolis Garcia. Runner at second, now 2 outs in the 8th. Fouls off the change, 0-1.
Yeah, you've seen the Yankees a lot tonight going after Garcia with off-speed stuff. With Warren, it was a lot of sliders. Here, Williams starts him off with a changeup.
You see how he's improved from his first 10 to his last 9. (0-2). Garcia 1 for 3 with 2 strikeouts, singled in the 6th inning. Little blooper to right. Langford's at second with 2 outs. Hits are even at 6 apiece. Yankees lead 3-0. The 0-2. Will Warren started for the Yanks. He pitched 2 outs into the 6th. Left the bases loaded, and then Mark Leiter Jr. struck out Jock Peterson. Leiter then worked a 1-2-3-7. Now they turn it over to Devin Williams here in the 8th. Squibbed and a foul ball.
There's been 4 consecutive changeups, and I just don't think that he's going to give in and give Garcia a fastball that he can handle.
Garcia broke his bat. Has a new piece of lumber, digs in. And the pitch. And that one gets past Wells as Langford moves to third. The 2-2. Count 3-2. Swing and a miss with the fastball. Garcia down on strike. Another scoreless outing for Devin Williams. Rangers get a hit. They strand one. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. We'll see Judge coming up along with Grisham and Bellinger.
Are you coming home?
I'll be home in the morning.
I gotta go too.
At Delta, we get where you're coming from. After all, we're travelers, just like you.
The face of the game of baseball is running through this guy right here.
That dude has electricity coming out of his pores.
You're changing the sport, man. I just go out there every day and give them 100%.
Every day he does something that draws your attention.
Green is cooking with gas.
It feels like he's finally put it all together. I think Hunter Green's about to become a super ace of a playoff team. That's what the Cincinnati Reds are going to be in 2025.
I think the sneaky team to watch is the Giants.
It's going to be fun to watch this staff. That is the best ballpark in the world to pitch in San Francisco.
A lot of experience up top.
I like where this team's headed.
High drive! It is out of here!
Doesn't get any better than this.
Logan Webb might be the most underappreciated quality starting pitcher in all of baseball.
If this Giants team is going to make noise, it's going to be because of their starting rotation.
Yeah. For me, it's really important for us to establish an identity.
You're going to be talking about the Giants in September again.
So with Geico, we can easily bundle home and car insurance and save even more?
Yeah, home, car, motorcycle, all bundled together. Just like that breakfast burrito.
So can I get chorizo?
Metaphorically, yeah.
Carnita.
Just chicken. Just give me a bunch of chicken.
Oh, bacon?
Oh, wait, there isn't too much hot sauce, is there? I have a sensitive palate.
I actually like hot sauce. Can I get chips?
How about guacamole?
I don't really know what we're talking about anymore.
Burritos.
Sure.
Okay.
For bundling made easy, get more with Geico.
On scene to see the guest relations and food service operations at one of the busiest sports venues in the world. Watch a new episode of The Stadium this Thursday following Yankees coverage on Yes and the Gotham Sports app. Trent Grisham leads off here in the bottom of the 8th, takes a pitch outside from Bosley.
I should bring my wife in here. She'd love that. You know what? I saw that guy Windexing seats all day. I see a Windex gun out, just firing them, even if it doesn't need to be clean. Huh?
When did you see this?
I just saw it on the highlight of on the graphic, and the first thing that came to my mind is my wife with her Windex gun walking around the house
She does this? Really?
all day.
Let's clean house.
Yeah. Only gets so clean, you know.
I didn't know you were married to Felix Unger. There's a strike, 2-1.
She might be married to Oscar, too. That's the problem.
Yeah, you know what? She might be. 2-2. Luke Weaver, who's been money, he's warming up, try to close this out. Right now it's a save situation. If the Yankees get another run, it won't be. Line drive, it's a base hit. Haggerty cuts it off. And Grisham leads off with a single. He's 2 for 4.
Oh, the four-seam fastball, just right there. Grisham hits it right back where it came from, right up the middle. Behind the ball, great swing.
Judge hits one to right field. Going back, Garcia. He's on the track at the wall. See ya! A 2-run home run for Judge.
Judge didn't hit too many. It just go in the front row, and he did there. But again, a base hit. Now you've got a pitch to Aaron Judge. His 16th of the year, 42nd, 43rd RBI. Guy's having a pretty good year, Michael.
Unbelievable. Another multi-hit game. Leads the American League with the 16 home runs.
Well, they had thrown some high fastballs throughout the game that he swung through. Well, he didn't miss that one. Just got enough of it to get it in the front row there out in the right field bleachers.
Now, the quickest unrecorded time that you could have is when safe situations turn to a non-safe situation. Yeah. Luke Weaver sat down. Now Ian Hamilton is up. Mariano would disappear. It almost like vaporized when it was in a safe situation.
Go right back to the clubhouse. See what the spread is.
When that ball settled into the short porch, Weaver was sitting. High fly ball. Berger puts it away.
You see this high fastball, and again, that he had swung through this a few times. That actually looked like it was trying to cut it away. But just enough. Aaron Judge, again, doesn't hit too many in the front row. That was just enough to get out of here.
So 2 ribbies gives him 759 for his career, and that passes Roy White for 19th place in Yankees history. And for you younger Yankee fans, look up Roy White. What a great player, big part of the Yankees 77, 78 Yankee teams. So this home run, Paul, traveled 326 feet, and the only reason I mentioned that, that's the shortest home run in his career.
He's hit a lot 426, I tell you that.
Yes. Center field, Haggerty makes the play. 2 down. Well, this year marks Yogi Berra's 100th birthday, and the Yankees have a special giveaway to help commemorate it. Friday, June 6th, the first 18,000 guests will receive a special Yogi Berra U.S. Navy bobblehead that recognizes his military service, courtesy of State Farm. Tickets are going fast, so get your tickets today at Yankees.com.
I love the side view, Michael. That's the best.
Ben Rice, 1 for 2, 2 ribbies, home run, sac fly. Line drive, it's a base hit for Rice. Well, Rice hit a home run in the second that went into the second deck. StatCast 3D by Google Cloud tells you it traveled 376 feet, and it was 104.8 off the bat. And here's his base hit on Super Shot.
Boy, I tell you, that open stance has just allowed him to clear that front hip and really get the bat head out in front. And you see what's happening. He's getting a lot more bat speed and driving the ball a lot harder this year. The open stance, you close it, but still that hip is able to just fly open. And as a left-handed hitter, especially here in Yankee Stadium, if you can hold it back and use that front hip to really drive the ball, a lot of good things are going to happen.
Up the middle, Simeon makes the play, steps on the bag, and that'll do it. But the 2-run home run by Aaron Judge, his 16th of the year. He goes right down the right field line. Picks up RBIs number 42 and 43. Another multi-hit game. The captain crunching. It's 5-0 Yanks.
Are you coming home?
I'll be home in the morning.
I'm gonna go to...
At Delta, we get where you're coming from. After all, we're travelers, just like you.
So the Yankees take the field.
I can't wait to see what happens again tonight.
How do you like that? A diving catch.
Oh my goodness, you gotta feel good for him.
We're in the first inning here. You got a whole game to go.
No matter who you are, where you're going, or why, Wyndham Rewards members earn and redeem points fast. With thousands of destinations, Wyndham Rewards everyone. Join Wyndham Rewards, the most generous hotel rewards program for everyone.
This is brought to you in part by Nissan. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself tonight. Shop NissanUSA.com. And by the New York Lottery. Get out there and play. Now we go to the top of the ninth, and stay tuned after the final out for tonight's WB Mason Yankees postgame as Bob Lawrence, Jack Curry, and Dave Valley will have highlights and analysis. Meredith Marakovitz gets player interviews in the clubhouse, and we'll hear from Aaron Boone on the manager's report. That's all coming up next on Yes and the Gotham Sports app. Ian Hamilton will take over. Opponent slug .093 against him. That leads all major league pitchers. Right in on the hand. Simeon grounds one to Peraza. One pitch, one out. Check out the upcoming schedule brought to you by your local Tri-State Buick dealers. Tomorrow's on Prime at 7:05, 12:35 start on Thursday, back on Yes. And then the Yankees, their final West Coast swing of the year. 3 in Colorado, 3 in Anaheim, a day off, and then World Series redux. 3 against the Dodgers. Jock Peterson takes a strike. Last 7 games coming into this one, Yankee bullpen pitched to a 1.38 ERA. Oh, 2. So another good start for the Yankees. Their rotation coming into this last 12 games, 8-4. The starter's actually 4-0 with a 2.66 ERA, and Will Warren certainly helped that. 5 2/3 strong innings, a career high 10 strikeouts. One and 2.
Well, there's the talk of the night right there. Will Warren. I mean, he was as good as it gets tonight. Good two-seam fastball, good breaking ball. And then you see a young pitcher have the consecutive good starts that he's had. It's just confidence every single time, where he looks so much different than he did early in the season.
It shows you can't really make quick judgments on young players. When he broke in last year against the Phillies and really struggled, you know, you kind of throw up your hands and say, well, does he have the stuff? And he's shown he has the stuff. He just had to refine it and be more comfortable up here. Doesn't mean he's going to be, you know, Ron Guidry or Garrett Cole, but you could be an effective major league pitcher and last for a long time.
Yeah, you keep looking at the swing and misses on his fastball, and it's 93-94, but they're swing and misses. So there's life on it. Good movement on the two-seamer. And like I said, every time he goes out and has an outing like he did tonight, it's just more confidence. And then you look back at one time that Aaron Boone gave him an opportunity with bases loaded. He got that huge out, and that's how he went to the dugout with getting that big out.
Well, the Yankee youngster certainly contributing as Peterson works a walk against Hamilton. Well, tomorrow's probables, Jacob deGrom finally healthy with a 2.29 ERA, 53 strikeouts in 51 innings. And Ryan Yarborough's kind of inserted himself into the Yankee rotation. Long man for a while, but now 3.70. You see his numbers. It all begins at 6:30. The coverage starts on prime, first pitch at 7:05. And there's Jacob deGrom. Jake Berger fouls it away. Somebody got a souvenir.
That's why you don't leave till the game's over, Michael. You never know. Top of the ninth.
In the left center field, Bellinger is there. An announced crowd of 40,343 here on this Tuesday evening. Lovely weather tonight.
You might want to strap it on for another one. I'm hearing some bad stuff about weather the next couple days, huh?
We'll plow through.
We'll just get through it.
You can do it.
We've done it before. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
We're mutters. We're not trick ponies. We're mutters.
Here's Jonah Heim. My guy who knows things, is he still here? I think he's still here.
I saw him stand up on Aaron Judge's home run.
Yeah, he knows. Two 2-0 on Heim. There's a strike, 2-1. There he is. He knows. Goes the one out away.
He knows the Yankees are going to win. That's what he knows.
One strike away. Hamilton trying to close it out and get the win for Will Warren. And obviously a win for the Yankees. Two balls, two strikes, two outs. That's driven to right field and deep. Going back is Judge, and that ball's gone. A two-run home run for Heim. And the Rangers on the board. It's now Yankees 5, Texas 2.
Jonah Heim's had quite a night. A few good at-bats. Threw a runner out at second base. Continues to be one of the hotter hitters for the Rangers.
Somebody in the right field seats has a good arm. They throw that all the way towards shortstop. Back onto the field.
A little spinner there with that spike grip, and it just kind of spun right in the middle of the plate.
That was the first extra base hit allowed by Hamilton this year. One 1-0 on Haggerty. That one is ripped into right center field, and that is going to be past the diving Judge and go to the warning track. Haggerty round second. He's going to go to third. He'll make it with a two-out triple. Rangers still alive.
Well, Aaron Judge went all out trying to end this game and just out of his reach. And again, now all of a sudden, Hamilton throws that two-seamer, but it's up in the strike zone. I think Weaver will be getting back up, but again, Aaron Judge just out of his reach. No way to come up with it. No doubt just to go for this to try to end the game. I mean, whether it's a double, a triple, a single, or whatever, you're just trying to get out of here with a win.
Well, with this triple, it becomes a save situation, brings the tying run onto the on-deck circle. So before he comes to the plate, Aaron Boone's going to call on Weaver. He had sat down, so it doesn't take long for him to reheat. That'll do it for Hamilton. Gives up the 2 extra base hits, first 2 of his 2025 season, and Weaver will come on, try to get the final out and nail it down.
Are you coming home?
I'll be home in the morning.
I'm gonna go to...
At Delta, we get where you're coming from. After all, we're travelers, just like you.
Amazon offers hourly employees health care on day 1 for the whole family.
Safety.
Should I go, Mom?
No, don't tell your mother anything.
I am disciplined, physically and mentally tough, trained and proficient in my warrior tasks and drills. I am American soldier.
Some moments are too big to miss.
This place is going wild!
MLB Tonight brings you closer to the biggest plays and reactions from the moments that matter most.
Good to get that win today, but gotta keep going.
MLB Tonight, only on MLB Network. He sees it. All of it. And some might feel the pressure, but Soto doesn't crack.
Juan Soto's first Citi Field home run.
The telecast presented by authority of the New York Yankees. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the New York Yankees. City looks great on this Tuesday evening, and Luke Weaver's trying to send everybody home on the wings of a victory. He's allowed just 1 earned run so far this year in 18 games. He's 5 of 6 in save situations. Last 5 days, Weaver has thrown 2 pitches. 1 batter save on Friday against the Mets, and that was a Juan Soto flyout. So now he faces Josh Smith. 1-0. So the dormant Ranger offense has come alive here in the 9th. This should do it. Fly ball shallow right. LeMahieu makes the play and the Yankees win. So Weaver nails it down. A great outing for Will Warren. Ben Rice strong. Aaron Judge with a 2-run home run. And the Yankees win the first game of this 3-game set.
Well, it was like the scouting report. Good pitching. They're struggling with hitting. The Yankees put them away late. Thank goodness Aaron Judge put that 2-run homer up. All of a sudden, the Rangers tried to fight back. But Will Warren was the story. He pitched great tonight. Again, career high in strikeouts the last 3 consecutive games. Great starts. Something to look forward to in the Yankee pitching staff.
You think he feels good about his baseball life right now? Yeah. That's a victory for him. His 3rd of the year. His ERA continues to drop. And why not smile?
How old
You're
is he,
young.
12?
You're Yankee. You just pitched a great game. Soak it in, my friend. Yankees win this one 5-2. We'll come back with a